Don't be out here telling my child a story about, you know, just African Americans, because people be manipulating so much information about their own history. They don't know their own history. So don't go out here trying to give my child false information on history that you don't really know the facts about. Hi friends, it's your girl, your favorite millennial mama. Gotta see Maja. Come have a sip with me. Cheers. How y'all feeling today? Girl, let me eat my snacks because first of all, I love these oats and honey bars. Shout out to all my vegans out there. Vegan vegetarians. What the? I don't know what made me just look at this, but I always thought these was vegan. They're not. Welcome to episode 3, my darling. We are coming out. We back and forth with it. You already know I had a studio space, so I'm recording these drawings. We getting them out. Girls, don't play. Do not play with your girl, okay? Okay, that's done. I'm gonna talk about my big yes and my big no's for parenting, and we're gonna get into how to create a birth plan. Give it my thumbnail. We gonna see. Disclaimer. These are my truths. These are my values that I want to share publicly. If you don't agree, that's okay. You don't have to agree. You don't have to move like me. You don't have to do the things that I suggest. You don't have to take my advice. Girl, I'm just giving this out because I share my truth in hopes that it just helps somebody or guides somebody, or you know, does something positive out there for somebody else. So let's get into first my big no's, and then we're gonna get into my big yes, and then we're gonna get into the guide to creating a birth plan. First is I got 5 no's. No unnatural medicine unless emergency. I don't do the unnatural stuff. I don't do the medically made stuff because all of that stuff has an effect on your body. And I don't do that. Like, I'm vegan. I eat clean. I try to be clean. I'm not perfect. No, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I do some shit that's probably like, what the fuck am I shit? But overall, I have a clean lifestyle, clean mindset, you know, so that's what I put into my body. That's what I'm going to do. The same thing for my child. And I do believe that, you know, you might have to take some medicine, but I don't believe that. For me, I don't take Advil, I don't take Zyrtec, I don't take none of those things that's made in a lab, that's made with lab rats. You know, if you do, that's okay, but I don't, and I'm not gonna play that for my child. My iron was low, and I had to go a route I didn't want to go. I had to get an iron infusion. Iron was made up in a lab. I didn't want to do that, but at that point, I was doing things to get my iron up, but I didn't know well in advance to do those things in preparation, or I may have been lazy a little bit in my first 2 trimesters to make sure my iron was up since I'm vegan. And that affected me in having to get an iron infusion. It was either I do something for myself because of what I believe in, or I do things that's actually going to help my child. So like I said, unless an emergency, I don't do no unnatural. No animal flesh. Another big no is no animal flesh, no dairy, no eggs for my child. We don't do flesh. We don't do that. There's way more beautiful, good things to eat out here. If I bring my child over your house, don't go ahead giving my child no chicken, no eggs, no cow milk, no yogurt. Okay, don't do that unless it's not from a coconut base. Don't do that. Another no is no people who don't respect my values. I say, hey, you can watch my child, but don't give my child none of them TV dinners that you made, and you decide to still give my child TV dinner, that means you don't respect my values. I won't give you my child no more you know, and I'm not playing with nobody when it comes to my value system. If I say don't listen to no raggedy ass music in front of my child, don't be playing no nasty stuff on TV in front of my child, and I find out that that's happening, that's a big no right there too. Until she get old enough to decide that's what she want to do, then if that's what she wants to do when she get old enough, that's okay. But as she's a child and she can't speak for herself and I speak for her, if I say don't do that, don't do that. Now that's getting into my no low vibrational music, no low vibrational TV, okay? No low vibrational phone, none of that, because that's what's making these children these days go crazy, act belligerent. So I'm going to watch over that as much as I can. The thing is, no misleading info. Don't be out here telling my child about no damn Easter bunny. Don't be telling my child about no damn Santa Claus. Don't be telling my child about Valentine's Day. Don't be telling my child about nobody else who is misleading and whose lies and whose background is very manipulative. Don't be out here telling my child about a story about, you know, just African Americans, because people be manipulating so much information about their own history. They don't know their own history. So don't go out here and try to give my child false information on history that you don't really know the facts about. Now, if we have an understanding and you know, this is what you believe in, and you say some things out as she's growing up and things like that, and you want to give her more of her history, go ahead. And we're family, we won't, like, that's okay, because then she's going to come back to me, she's going to talk to me. But don't just be giving my child just anything. I just don't want nobody just giving my child information that they don't really know about. So those are my big no's, really. Social media, phones, as when she's young, she's not going to need it. You know, technology is good for her. I will give her like tablets and stuff so she could play with, because a tablet, she could learn from technology. But being on those social sites and just being crowded, a whole bunch of false information and negative brainwashing stuff, I'm not gonna allow my child to have that. Now we're gonna get into my big yes. Big yes is love. Love in all forms. Music, dancing, singing, you know, hugs, kisses from people who are non-perverted, family members that I trust. Of course, shower my baby with love. Shower her with love so she knows what love is. Shower her with you even loving other people so she knows what love is, and how love feels. Yes, I'm a big yes for showering my baby girl with love, okay? Another thing is vitamins and healing foods, okay? Give her some beets. Give her some of them apples, okay? Give her that sea moss. Like, yes, I'm here for that. Give her the vitamins, the spirulina, the moringa, the alfalfa. Give her, you know, all of the good stuff that she could use that will be good for her body and be good for her overall well-being. Those vitamins that come from the natural earth, that come from the ground, give her that. I'm here for that. Give her the chickpeas, okay? I know it might sound nasty to some kids, but this is what she's gonna be raised on, so she's not gonna think it's nasty. Give her the grapefruits, the oranges. Give her all of that. She loves that. I know she loves that. Another big yes is homeschooling. I'm definitely a fan of, they all put it in our face all the time that the system is not made for us to succeed. In school, they bully children. The teachers have way different respects and values that they could be teaching your child, and your child coming home like, mommy, my teacher said this, so this means, girl, no, you gotta teach. And then you're with the teacher more time than you with me. So now it's just like the teacher has more of an imprint on your life. I'm not gonna stand by that, because I'm going to have this time to homeschool my child, and I'm going to have to learn about homeschooling as well and learn that skill. I'm going to do that, you know. But I'm definitely here for the homeschooling, because, and honestly, what I say about bullying is, you know, yeah, people might say it builds character, but to be honest, you're gonna be bullied your whole life. You don't have to be bullied when you're a child to be able to stand up to a bully. Okay, so you're gonna be bullied your whole motherfucking life after you get old, after you graduate. You're gonna get bullied in middle school, high school, and in your adulthood, and even sometimes as a motherfucking elder. Elders bully other elders if you not in a certain space or whatever, according to society or political signs of standards of where you should be. So I'm not going to allow my child to have that. If I can stop it, I will. My child has a huge family, a very, very large family. So she's already going to be having some cousins that's going to be getting on her ass sometimes and beating her up. And you know what I mean? So she's going to deal with that, but she's not going to deal with that at home and at school because her cousins is going to be able to do it for her. So I'm not worried about that. Homeschooling is a big yes for me. Another big yes is positive affirmation, speaking positively to my child, saying that she can, you know, when she's crying, say, it's okay, you're so beautiful, you're going to do great, you're going to be okay, baby girl, you know. And when she gets older, say, it's okay. Never say you can't. You can. Just calm down, take a moment, and try again. Don't never tell my child she can't do anything. Don't never tell my child she isn't capable. None of that. Positive affirmation, speak life into her. People speak life to her right now in my belly. I speak life to her in my belly. Her father, her grandfather, like aunts, uncles, family members, not family members. So I won't allow those negative affirmations to come in because she's already going sometimes fight herself in her mind. You know, we have our fights in our mind. We don't need nobody to also fight us in real life when I already have fights and doubts in my mind. I want to prepare her to stand strong against those doubts that happens in her mind, because she's going to be human, so she's going to have them. So at least I want to give her the grounding foundation to know. My mind might say I can't, my mind might say I can't, but I say right now, I say I can, and I'm going to try. Even if I fail, I'm going to try again. I'm a big yes for the positive affirmations. Another thing I'm a big yes for is natural environments. Parks, rivers, just sitting outside in community event, like in the community, sitting in communities, sitting in homes. You know what I mean? Just natural environments, because I want her to just respect the earth. Because that's the problem a lot of these days. We litter, we talk crazy, you know, because we don't respect the earth. So I'm a big yes for her being in natural environment so she can see the beauty and so she can respect the beauty of the earth. Now those are my top no's and my top yes. Now after that, I'm going to just give you guys a brief explanation on how to create a birth plan. I actually got in contact with somebody who is a doula in training, and she sent me a birth plan to create. So that's the birth plan that I'm going to share with you guys. And this birth plan is important so that you can list your yes and your no's when you're giving birth to your child, whether that's at home, in a hospital, in a women's center, wherever. You know, if it's anything like a facility like that, it's great to have a birth plan, because you won't just allow them to do whatever they want to do, whatever their procedures or standards are, if those don't align with your needs and your value system. It was about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 subjects with the birth plan. I'm going to actually give a layout. I'm going to try to add the layout in my bio. If I can't do it, then you know it won't be there, but if I can, I'm going to add it. So you're going to have your labor, so that right there you're going to talk about when you want to go into labor and how you want to go into labor, and if anything happens, if you want anything medically induced for your labor. Next thing is monitoring labor. How do you want your labor to be monitored? Do you want it to be, you know, with the system that you can still get up and move, or do you want them to have like you hooked up so they could keep track of the baby? And then you're gonna have hydration. What do you want to do to keep yourself hydrated during labor? Then pain relief, hydrotherapy. What are you allowing yourself for pain relief? Is it medicine, or is it just you're just going to naturally just relieve yourself in due time? If there's anything that you want to do, or if you just want to let your body to naturally do its thing, you know, it's up to you. Yeah, then pushing. How do you want to push? What position you want to push, and what position are you open and feel comfortable to? What people you want to be around. Perineal care is what's going to happen to your child after birth. So do you want your child to have those eye drops, to get the needles, anything that you want to happen to your child after she's born? Next is cesarean. I'm not cesarean, but basically C-section. What would happen if in emergency you need a C-section, or if a C-section is just a route you want to go to have your baby? You write the yes in your nose to your C-section. And then baby care, that's just even more getting into depth about what would you want to have with your baby, if you want your baby to get washed up at the hospital or not, who do you want to catch the baby, to hold the baby when the baby first comes, and breastfeeding. What are your plans for breastfeeding? What will you allow and what will you not allow? So I'll do my best to, I'm going to ask my girl if I can share the birth plan, because then, you know, you'll be able to see what I mean from that. From all of these, and be able to write it down. That's just a really simple to the point list. Yeah, I'm not the most educated, but I just know that I don't want my baby to have anything that's just unnatural. I don't want them doctors putting their hands on my baby because they don't know my baby. I only want my man and myself touching my baby, catching my baby, and laying my baby on my chest. I have written a business plan that's short, simple, and to the point from that. But yeah, girl, I hope that helped you in creating your guidelines for when your child gets here versus when she can speak for herself or he. And then as they get older, what you are willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. I helped you create a birth plan if you didn't have one already, so that nobody else is running things by you that you do not want for yourself or for your child. Okay, so I hope this video helped give you guidance in creating those boundaries for what you want for you and your family. If you like this episode, give it a like, give it a comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you haven't been updated with the last 2 videos, make sure you go watch them. If you want to get some tea, and cheers. I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you so much, and peace.